Once again, welcome to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. This is your boy, DJ KO.
K-Jack is in the building.
And today we have a special guest today. As you can see, we have a background full of people that's working out, getting right for the summer, getting that summer body ready. And
Sundress season.
Hey, sundress, no draws. Hey, look, pause. But I'm glad you guys tuned into the show. Go to YouTube, Apple, Spotify, subscribe to the channel, Culturally Distinct Podcast. So today we have a special guest. This brother, he's a North Shore graduate. He's from Houston, of course. North Side, what's up? He's a Rice.
East Side.
Galena
Don't you say
Park.
Galena Park.
Galena.
Listen, I'm not from Galena Park. No, I'm East Side
Galena
of
Park
Houston.
ISD.
He's a Rice University graduate. He's a father, and he's also a businessman. And we are in this gym right now called MISFIT Strength, and also he's a Mike Tomlin lookalike. Everybody, welcome to the show, Mr. Byron Godfrey.
What's happening? What's happening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on, Byron? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm just living.
I know you wake up, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning to get this thing started, right?
Yeah, we get here about 4:30 in the morning.
So tell the people about Byron. Who was Byron Godfrey?
Man.
You get to talk about yourself. Let's see how well you can do this, B. This is my
I
brother,
am
y'all. So I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm happy to have him here. That's all I know.
I'm just the average dude, man, trying to make it. I am, like you were saying, I'm a father, a son, a brother, a friend to some, a friend to few, and
An enemy to none. Hey, you
okay.
can't take credit for that. That's
You
somebody
right.
else.
That's
An
they problem.
enemy to none.
But, yeah, that's it, man. I'm here learning.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a flawed human who is working on improving.
That's beautiful.
As we say.
Everybody can't say that, B.
Hey, man, listen, I can admit
Everybody
that
not
I'm flawed.
grown enough to say that.
I
They
am
want to be
flawed,
perfect.
and I'm okay with that.
And how dare you call them out on their flaws?
So we're in this wonderful complex called MISFIT.
Misfit strength, correct.
MISFIT Strength. The name. Where did the name come from? MISFIT Strength. First of all, the name, and what is MISFIT Strength?
So the name came from, it was some years back. I mean, I've been doing this almost 20 years.
Okay.
And there was a moment that I felt that I was going to have to leave what I was doing, because working in a gym, working for a company, everything changes. Right?
Okay.
Ownership changes. So I just felt like I was going to have to go out on my own. Myself and at the time a friend, he was doing his thing, and we worked together. And then MISFIT was an acronym, and the guy that I was working under at the time, who I was learning from, he was like, man, everything that you need to do, make sure that there's a science behind what you do. You're not out here just randomly putting people through workouts. We call those kind of trainers PE teachers.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I tell my guys here that we are not trainers, we're teachers and we're coaches
Okay.
for what we do. But to answer your question, MISFIT stood for Muscular Integration of the Science of Fitness Impact Training. Over time, we just said, you know what? We're going to scrap the acronym. And because of who we are and what we represent, we just felt the word MISFIT represented us well.
Okay. So by me looking at the name from the outside looking in, I see MISFIT. I thought it was somebody that was misplaced, or that was somebody that's not used to putting themselves or being invited into the norm.
Outcast.
The outcast, the black sheep.
And essentially that is why we stuck with MISFIT Strength, because we feel like this industry has gotten saturated with a bunch of people who they work off of bro science, as we call it, where they just read stuff in magazines, talk with each other, and just do stuff. Where we have spent, I can honestly say I've spent at least $50,000,
Okay.
$50,000 out of my money to get an education.
Okay.
And to continue my education in strength and conditioning.
Okay.
So who we are and what we represent in this industry, I think we stand out. We are the misfits in this industry. I say that, but there are a lot of people like me. That's why my circle is small, but the pool is deep.
Okay.
That we hang around. My mentors, my teachers, the people that I lean on, they're heavy in this industry.
So you're considered as a strength and conditioning coach, or a strength coach, or a conditioning? What is the actual term, what you're considered as?
I mean, what I consider myself as, what I have focused on is strength and conditioning.
Strength and conditioning, okay.
That is the thing. And then in the process, because of my knowledge and understanding of this profession, I can help people lose weight, be healthier.
Okay.
But I tell them, listen, it is my job to think about stuff that you don't think about.
Right.
In this. Now, I just want to lose some weight. I want to look good. That's great. That's going to be a byproduct of what we're going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to teach you about nutrition. I'm going to teach you about health.
Okay.
Wellness overall, and then why these movements matter versus us just having you do some random exercises.
Right.
And that's what we do. That's why I say we're not trainers. Dogs need trainers.
Right.
People need teachers and coaches.
I
Right?
can honestly say,
roll. Right.
when coming in here, you can come in and say, this knee doesn't work, this elbow does this does that.
Okay.
They will actually be able to curtail just about any exercise to what you needed to do and still do it effectively. And like, I know all of the trainers here, you can be, coaches here, you can be working out with one person and they see your form wrong, something is happening. Like, they stopping everything to be like, no, you're gonna hurt yourself, get it right. So, you know.
So you guys are like perfectionists in the science of lifting, because it's a science. It's not just lifting weights.
This is definitely a science. Let me back up. I got a great group of trainers here.
Okay.
And I will take us up against anybody because I watch these guys study their craft.
Okay.
Right? They go and learn. They spend money and learn. And it's not cheap.
Oh no, not
right?
at all.
And so, you know, I'm not necessarily saying that we're perfectionists because this is it's a science and it's an art. There's fluidity in this and how we do some stuff. But at the end of the day, the body is the body.
Yes.
Right. And we know that certain things warrant certain responses. So our job is to create certain stimuli, and from those stimuli, we're looking for a certain response.
Okay.
So for us, if you look at some of the things that I've ever said, I just tell people the gym is a lab.
Okay.
And we control as many variables as we can to try to predict an outcome.
Okay.
And that is how we approach this.
Now talk about talk about the psychology behind it, because now when we talk about the gym, so I'm an ex-athlete, right? Played ball at every level. So everybody don't get a chance to play ball at that level to see that type of teaching, type of coaching, type of training. The psychology behind it with you, because I know people come in and say, I'm say 300 pounds. I want to look like that on Instagram.
I tell them to get off Instagram first.
You're not gonna look like that.
Let me tell you, I have taken a back seat to Instagram lately. So for the next few months, if y'all don't see me post anything from a personal standpoint, just know I am like, Instagram is it is what it is.
Okay.
If it's used properly, then
It's great.
It's great, but most people don't use it properly.
It's not. Right.
So
how do you deal with that? Like, if I ain't gonna say women, people come in, they have an expectation.
You can say women, because I'm
Right.
one of them people.
I can say-
So I'm gonna tell you. So
I don't want to be sexist.
No, but I'm gonna tell you how we get to MISFIT, how I get in this shirt, this hat.
Okay.
So I was on a weight loss journey. I lost a certain amount of weight.
Okay.
But like you say, being an ex-athlete, knowing I'm not afraid of working out through high school, we had to lift weights, we had to do all of that. I was just laughing at Chris. I'm making us a shirt. I would cardio the shit out of some cardio. Byron already knows that. He'll be like, stop it. Don't take another step. That's enough
You say
cardio.
cardio out of cardio.
I would cardio the shit out of some cardio, meaning I will walk 1,000 miles a week and won't lift the weight. I will pass the weights in my gym to get outside
just do
and walk.
cardio.
That's
I got
just
you.
me. I like lifting, but I'm not going to make myself lift. But I found the gym through a classmate, and Tyra Underwood. She was coming here, and I was seeing her post on Instagram where you get the good, and she had the hammers and the tires and the ropes. I was like,
Right.
That's the kind of workout I want. So I called, made an appointment, and then my mom was leaving church one Sunday. I stopped by here. B was here. He was like, you want to come in? Come tomorrow, Monday, try it out. I've been here ever since. And he know when I can't get in, come in, I'll be like, I want my booty to be big. I want this to look like this. And he'd be like, okay. you going to do what's on this board, and you going to do this. I need you to figure out how we going to unlock my knees. So he listens to me, but
he a doctor too.
Right.
You're a doctor too, right?
But, I mean, that's my brother, though. He get past it. But it's some realistic goals. But I have friends, I have people I referred here. I know people, and I know how we think, even as women. It's like, I want to go to the gym. Y'all doing all of this. And you see people before and after photos. So people will walk in here to him because I know I had that mindset. I want to look like this in this August, and homecoming coming in October, and I want to look like this by homecoming.
Right.
Okay.
So,
but it's not realistic, but that's how we think.
But speaking of that, like, do you get frustrated as a person that like, for instance, like, everybody know at the beginning of the year, January and February is the peak months of the gym. Right. And they're going to make a commitment to you, and you're going to ask them, look, could you please make a commitment?
I don't ask anything because I tell, number one, I don't babysit.
Okay.
Number two, it is what it is. This is what we're going to do.
Okay.
Right.
I have recently changed my approach to allowing people into our gym. But back in the day, people would come in, hey, I want to do this and that, and then expect us to perform magic.
Correct.
And I tell them, I was like, you didn't get out of shape and overweight in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months.
Right. Absolutely.
So don't expect to get that fixed.
But people have it in their mind that they can.
Mm-hmm. So let's fast forward. Fast forward from the actual gym and the actual working out of the gym to the business side of it. Mm-hmm. I know you're a black man, you're a businessman, so I know a lot of people can't separate their passion from their business, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, because they're so passionate in that sport and they love it, and it's like, I would do this without, making money, but at the same time, you got to put the lights on. So how do you separate the two?
I don't really have to, because my business is my passion.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I am fortunate now to be able to work with who I want to work with. I can pick and choose clients. So what I do is what I love.
Talking about the beginning, like say the beginning stages.
When I first did it, I mean, it was, of course, I had bills to pay.
Correct.
Right? And so, but I've always, being athletes, we've always been around this. So it's been easy to, like, deal with strength conditioning, right? When I was a kid, 13 years old, when I really first started, like, lifting weights as a 7th grader,
7th grade, you lifting weights? They do that at North Show, man? Jeez,
why you think we're running through boys?
I think that's a Texas thing. Y'all come to Louisiana, it's a different story. No, that's not.
Okay. I digress. We're not about to turn it into a Texas, Louisiana thing.
Ask the question. So, culturally, how does this play in for you as an African-American man in this culture, in location? Just people receiving it, getting people to understand, like you say, the science behind working out, getting us to understand the science behind working out, staying consistent. Is there, I know now you've been able to finesse your setup and how you have it, but just getting to that and just culturally, how do you adapt? And I ask because I know when I first started coming, for instance, there was a very eclectic group of people coming here. But when I walked in, like if you've noticed the music in the background, this is pretty vanilla for what we get in here sometimes. Like he will play NWA, whatever, but he's like, this my gym, this
some
my
Black
space.
Sabbath and AC/DC.
But he does not.
That's my kind of music.
He doesn't have to soften who he is culturally, who he is as a person.
I think number one is just being authentic.
Okay.
I am who I am. Letting people know that, what you see is what you get. A lot of people think, man, he's mean because he doesn't smile much. No, I just don't smile at you.
Okay.
I don't know you like that. Like, I don't walk around just handing out free smiles.
I call him Grumpy Bear.
But number one, first of all, our culture, black culture, is the world's culture.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So they can say what they want. The reason I can play this music and whatever I want is because they listen to it at home.
Right.
Correct.
Right? Now, I got a few people in here, who like that hard rock stuff, but that's few and far between. They can put your headphones on.
Right.
If that's what you want. But, even, white people here, Hispanic, Mexican, whatever, they listen to our music. Because our music is culture, is the culture.
Correct.
So I don't really have to change that. So I can be me. You know what I mean? So for the most part, I really think that's easy.
Okay.
But as far as how it has affected me, now I will tell you, having to interact with a lot of my clients, because most of my clients are not. I do have a pocket of black clients.
Okay.
But they aren't your clients.
They are, but I tell them, listen, I am a business.
That's right.
That is owned by a black man.
That's right.
We operate just like any other gym.
Right.
I have the same high standards, and that just upsets me that I hear people saying, "Oh, you're a black business," and I don't know where you were mistreated along the lines.
Right.
But you're gonna get the same, if not. Actually, let me scratch. I feel you're gonna get better treatment here.
This is a family.
Right,
Yeah.
but it's not. But it goes beyond family. I'm gonna operate a business.
Right.
Correct. Right.
You're gonna pay when you come in here.
Right.
That's right.
I'm gonna coach you professionally, even if you my dude.
You're still gonna do it, right?
I got my boys.
And you should
who
want
pay
to,
me.
though. That's the thing.
They pay me like they
Right.
would have paid the white dude down the street
Right.
in his gym, right?
Right.
But here's the difference. I'm their brother, but they're about to get that A1 world class treatment as
Right.
well from their brother.
Correct.
I'm not in here playing with them. Right? When
Right.
they get in there and they know they walk in here and they got to work out, I am teaching them and coaching them and helping them understand why this is important, just like I would anybody else.
Okay.
So they're in an environment with their brother, but they're also getting that A1 treatment, like they are just a paying customer.
Right.
And that's important to me. Is I don't care how close we are, you have to know that, man. Listen, that's my dude, but I also know the knowledge and the information that I'm getting is top tier.
Mm-hmm.
The treatment is top tier, right? So I'm comfortable, and I got this.
Right.
This is a good product.
That's a good thing, because look, it's something, especially what you just said, for as you're a black man running a business. A business doesn't have a face. A
Right.
business is a model.
Right.
If you got a good business model, it's gonna operate anywhere you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So from what you're saying, a lot of people know how to separate that I'm this person from a business.
Yeah, but it's important. It is really important though for me to let these people know that this is a black-owned business.
Okay.
I'm telling you, like I've never hidden it. They know this is a black-owned business.
So let me ask you this. I always ask this question about independent gym. How do you and your trainers, because I can feel it's a family environment here, white, Mexican, Indian, whatever. How do you guys get a mesh of people to come together and still cooperate or manage and do, you know what I'm saying, likeness?
It starts from the top down.
Because there's an art to doing it. You just can't put people together and, you know what I mean?
Well, it is us establishing the culture. We know what we want.
Okay.
Right? So with me, I know the kind of person that we want in this gym, right? Yes, you want business, right? I mean, I've lost customers and clients, just like I've gained them. And someone was like, man, the thing is, you want to make sure you keep business and keep clients. I said, no. It's about keeping the right
Correct.
client, right?
Correct.
Quality over quantity.
It is having the right people in here. So for us, we give people. I tell people, if you were to come in here and say, "Hey, I want to work out," great. You got a week, and that week is on me.
Okay.
And you think you're trying me out, and I was like, "Nah, bro, this ain't about you. You might like what I do, but I might not like you. You might not fit
Okay.
what we have." So every person here gets a trial, and it's for both of us. It's for us to see if you fit, and for you to see if we fit you. Because every dollar
Isn't a good dollar.
Good. All money ain't good money, as we
Right.
say playing dominoes.
Right.
Right? So yeah, just because you offering me your money does not mean I want your money, because I don't want to get up and regret coming to work.
Okay.
I want to ask the question, and I know, but just for the people who don't know, and if Adam will get a picture, just a quick glimpse, like to look at the board.
Mm-hmm.
These boards have gotten saturated more than from what I remember when I was here months ago. But I do also know, like you say, it is a science. But I do also know no matter how many people come in here, how many times we come in here, when I was coming in here 5 days a week, there was never not one time we don't say, what's my workout for today?
Exactly.
Everybody, that's the difference in what goes on in here. So I know you come in here 4:30 in the morning and you stay till late. How long does it take? What's the time outside of that it takes for y'all to come up with these numerous workouts that's on the board?
It's when you've been doing it.
Second nature.
Right, you know what goes
So
together.
each one can fit a different person, and you know what they need to take from.
So we have 3 different boards for the people who can't see it. Each board has different types of workouts on there.
Okay.
So there are 3 things that we focus on. We focus on your traditional strength is the foundation of everything for us. Right. If you are stronger, you can be faster. You can jump higher. If you are stronger, you will jump higher and will be faster if you do everything right. It's just simple physics, right? If everything stays the same, I get stronger. That means every time my foot strikes the ground, I'm generating more force, which is going to propel that weight further.
Forward, right.
Just simple physics.
Physics, yeah.
Right? Same thing. So now I've gotten you stronger. Now if I can take that strength and make that strength more explosive, now I'm going to make you jump higher, run fast. So these are all the components that we're working on. So we work on strength, absolute strength, explosive power, and then endurance. Those are the 3 things that we are really focusing on.
Okay.
How brutally strong can I make someone? And then from there, how explosive can I make that person? Because those power and strength are not the same thing.
Yeah, it's different, yeah.
Right? You can be strong but not powerful.
Correct.
But you can't be powerful and not strong. That don't happen.
Okay.
Right? Because to be explosive and dynamic, you got to be. There's an element of strength there.
Right.
Right.
The foundation.
It's going to be there. So I tell people all the time, number 1, let me make you stronger.
Yeah.
Right. So my son who plays basketball, my number 1 thing right now in his off season is, son, you're going to get stronger. You're going to be in this gym 4 days a week.
Okay.
Well, why do I need to lift? It's going to mess up my shot. I say, boy, I'll slap you.
Right.
Right. I say Michael Jordan lifted weights like a madman.
Right. He just couldn't gain
LeBron
no weight,
lifts weights like a madman.
Right.
So you're going to lift and you're going to go work on your game. And what's going to happen is your shot's going to get easier. So that 3-point shot where you had to struggle, now you pulling up with ease because the ball's going to weigh the same.
Right.
So now you stronger. Now that flick of the wrist, boom, I was like, wow. So we work on absolute power, absolute strength first, and then from there we go with power, and then from there we work on endurance.
So do you think you can overtrain?
So that's a trick question.
Some people don't believe.
I don't believe in overtraining. I believe in under recovery. I work out 7 days a week.
Okay, but you don't.
But every workout is not crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
So for us, we have as we say in our system, we have a max effort upper body day, a max effort lower body day. Then we have a dynamic effort lower and a dynamic effort upper. So those are our 4 lifting days where our primary movements are like I got to lift.
Okay.
But notice only 2 of those 4 lifting days are really heavy.
Okay.
The other 2 days we work on dynamic movements. It may be more jumping involved. It may be explosiveness that we're working on. And then even with those, there are supplemental movements to help strengthen those primary movements.
Okay.
Right? But then in addition to that, are you drinking enough water? Are you sleeping? Are you eating enough?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
I get a massage once a week, and people are like, you get a massage once a week? I was like, yeah, so you know how I can afford that? I stop eating out because I know I need that massage once a week.
Yeah.
You gotta recover.
Right? So if it's $100 a week, that's $400 a month.
Yeah.
So I tell people, man, what am I doing where I can shift my funds?
Right. I got
But
you.
we invest in what we want to invest
Exactly.
in.
Like people go and hang out on the weekend. You don't ask them, hey, I spend $15 on a drink. Well, you get 3 or 4 drinks on that.
I think a lot of people don't know the importance of their body. Like they think if you have a crick or a sore muscle or a bum hip, they don't understand that a massage or like a what is that, hyperbaric chamber or
I mean
stuff like that.
You got cryo. You got so many things. So is overtraining something real? It can be if you don't take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Right. But again, I don't like the term overtraining. I call it under recovery. People take days off. It's like, nah, man. Don't like literally do nothing. Get up and go for a walk. That is a workout.
You heard what Chad Johnson said, huh?
What'd he say?
Chad said, so him and Brandon Marshall had a conversation, right? They was fussing about because he has a gym also, Brandon Marshall. And Chad Johnson said he ate McDonald's every single day in his NFL career.
Right.
He said calcified my body, and I never got hurt. He said the scientists trying to science-fy things that they never been to that level for his participation. So how can he tell me about my body and they never been to that level?
Right.
So he said I ate a Big Mac every single day, and I never got hurt.
Right.
And he said y'all eating all this good food, training hard, and getting hurt, pulling muscles. So you got to calcify the body.
Well, I ain't gonna go that far. I mean, what he did is what he did.
Right.
But I will say that these people who are saying this stuff, these are not short-term studies. They ain't studying one person. These are longitudinal studies that they have done over and over and over and over again. They have top-notch equipment to study the body. They know what's the best for it. For Chad Johnson, so be it. Maybe that Big Mac that you ate every day fell right in line with all the other stuff that you were doing right.
Now, he was working out 2 times a day.
Right.
He was.
See, he leave that part out.
Right.
And not only that, but that one Big Mac is probably what he needed to increase his caloric intake to work out twice a day.
Right.
You got to eat some, as we say, dirty food to make sure you're getting enough calories at times at that level. You think about Michael Phelps when he was competing. This dude's burning 15,000 calories a day.
Oh, he ate like 4,500 calories a day.
If he don't eat 4,500, I eat 4,500.
That's a lot of calories, man.
Yeah.
But I burn 5.
Oh, okay,
you know
I got you.
Yeah. So his thing is, if he's burning 12,000 calories, ain't no way in the world you get enough chicken breast, broccoli, rice, or whatever.
Because you have to eat so many calories to be able to sit up and walk around.
To have the gas, to have the energy to even do that.
You know, it's about fueling your body, right? You can't drive your car without gas.
Correct.
Right. Calories, you can't touch a calorie. People, despite what you might think, you can't go out there and grab a calorie out of the air. Right. Calorie is just a unit of measure, just like anything else. It is a way. It's a way we measure, energy expenditure.
Correct. We could gain them, but we can't lose them.
Right?
It's hard to lose them.
I mean, you can lose them, but it's just gonna take work. That's why you
gotta. You be on there for 45 minutes and you burn 60 calories. Like, man.
I had one of my clients yesterday tell me, she was like, if our watches or whatever told us how many drinks we would have burned from this workout, it would give us a better understanding instead of how many calories.
Well,
that makes sense.
Even with the alcohol,
that's a good invention.
I don't drink a lot, but I have before. And I remember being in here a while back, and there's been people, I'd be like, B, they come in here every day I'm in here. We in here the same amount of time, they working out, but they don't really look into different. B was like, these people drink. They eat different. And a lot of people don't realize how many empty calories you drinking in alcohol.
And that's an issue, if you're just talking about nutrition. You have to pay attention. And your liquid calories are where you lose because you don't get satiated.
You don't think about it.
You don't feel
full.
Right.
And because you don't feel full, you drink and then you eat behind it.
Yes.
So now you drink. I'm just going to use a soda for example. You get a can of soda, that's 250 calories.
Easy.
That's 200. Think about this. 250 calories for most women. If you're eating 5 times a day and each meal is 300 calories, what's that? 1,500 calories.
Right.
Yeah. That's
one meal. That's one soda.
One soda is one meal, basically.
Right. Yeah.
So you drink a soda and then you backdoor that with another 500. I mean when you say that because if you're drinking a soda, your meal is probably 700, 800, 900 calories.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. Because where you're going, if you
getting them
soda,
fries, you getting that milkshake,
you getting the burger,
onion rings, everything.
Cheese. Yeah.
So if a person is doing that, they're compounding the issue.
Okay.
Right. So when you drink, and then even if it's something like wine, they say, hey, I'm drinking 1 glass of wine a night. Well, that 1 glass of wine over time, when you add things like the sugar, the impact of it, and those calories in addition to your dinner every single night.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's 365 days in a year, and you add, 150 calories. I don't know how many. I don't drink, so I can't do the math. I would have to look it up in my notes on what 1 glass of wine is.
Right.
Do that every night. And do the math times 365, and you tell me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't just drinking 1 glass of wine.
No, it's not. No, sir.
And you want to know why you can't lose that weight? Like I've been working out. Really, watch what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is that's where we say we are teachers. We have to help people understand what they're consuming on a daily basis, and then what they expend throughout their life. Most people, for work, they sit down.
Correct.
You're not doing anything, right?
Correct.
And then because of that, you're not burning calories, and then you're more susceptible to injury because you're not moving around. Things like that. So we got to come in and teach them, like, hey, listen, you know why your back's hurting you? Because you sit down, and this happens with your hip flexors, and this happens with your,
Right.
And then we teach them, so this is how you're going to stretch and mobilize.
Okay.
And we educate people on that in addition to what they eat and how to train.
And I have one more question.
Yeah, because I know Byron got to go.
Yeah, I know. What's the,
I'm all right. I'm good. Right
what's your legacy that you're leaving? What do you want people to say when they mention Byron Godfrey? What is it you want them to remember?
It's easy to say, but right now, man, I am working on. If someone would say, man, he was a man of integrity, and that's huge for me. And one might be able to say, yeah.
Those words used to be up around here. We had a little facelift.
We had, but the thing is, with that integrity, I want people to know that it's important to remain human.
Yeah.
All right.
And accept your imperfect nature as a human. And part of the thing that we teach here, because it's bigger than just these weights in the gym. We tell people we are about improving, like building better humans is a thing that we talk about. We all have flaws, we all make mistakes, some bigger than others, but that's okay.
Right.
The integrity part comes with owning those mistakes and then building
from
there. Like,
right.
yo, I've done X, Y, Z. Guess what? You're not the only one, and you won't be the last.
What you
gonna do about it?
What you gonna do about it?
Right? What you gonna do about it? And for me, these last few years has been big on that.
Okay.
Me personally, but I think that's what's helped us grow culturally in the gym. I think that's what's helped our people. We've trimmed the fat, so to speak, with how many people we have in there. Number one, obviously, because of COVID.
Yeah.
But COVID was a blessing in disguise.
That's what
Yes,
I
it
was.
was.
About to say.
It was truly a blessing in disguise because our committed people stayed with us. Our less committed people fell off. And then what that allowed us to do was really stand back and take a look at who we wanted in here.
Okay.
Right? So it's like, do we want that type of person back? And if the answer is yes, then that means they fit, what we see ourselves being.
I got you.
And the people that are here now, they fit that. And we're just going to continue.
So your motto is like Chick-fil-A. You got to work with Chick-fil-A. You got to be like super kind and super nice no matter what the elements are.
I'm not saying that, man.
No. I'm saying for the gym, though, you got a certain standard.
We do have a certain standard.
You know what I mean?
We do have
Chick-fil-A got a certain standard.
Yeah. So
you got to be like nice when you're just mad at everybody.
I just want you to own it.
I got you.
We want people who want what they say.
Respect yourself.
Man,
Respect the process.
And I don't talk about my guy often. Speak of my, just simply because, but a couple of years ago, November would be 2 years, I believe. I was fortunate enough to go on tour with my guy, Toby.
Shout out to Toby. What's up, Toby? Got to get you on the show, brother.
And he and I would talk at times. He's a good friend of mine, and we still talk to this day.
Okay.
And the lessons that he learned from his teachers and mentors, I'm fortunate enough to hear from him. And then I also have my teachers and mentors, and there are certain qualities, men and women, that we sit around. And I recall a conversation one night, man. We had like an 18-hour drive from, I think it was from Seattle to Denver.
Jeez.
And everybody else is sleeping, and Toby and I in the front of the bus. And he just randomly just asked, like, what is it you're looking for? Because of course, what he does and what I do in a sense of we're both entrepreneurs.
Right.
And we want our thing to look a certain way. And he was like, man, just whatever it is you want, don't be a liar.
Okay.
And so for the most part, most people here don't be a liar as be, impeccable with your word. Do what like if you say this, then that's what it is. Well, yes, that was it. But it was deeper than that. It was when you say you want your business to do X, Y, Z, or to run a certain way, or the types of people to be that type of person, or people in your gym, then every movement every move that you make, every decision that you make, every book that you read, everything that you put into you, it has to reflect that. Because if not, then you are a liar.
I got you. Okay.
It was just like that. That hit me different. And he got that from Eric Thomas, because E.T. is one of his mentors. Mentors. And E.T. used to tell him, don't be a liar. You say you want this.
Live your truth.
Then you have to do it. Every decision you make has to move towards that. And I'll be, has everything that I've done been towards it? No. Right?
Right.
So I have to go back and reassess. Like, be you tripping? You ain't got what you say you want, because you ain't done everything you said that you were going to do to get it.
Right. And it takes time with that.
But it takes time. But here's the thing. You know it though. You know that you're not doing it. Even at the moments of doing stuff, you know you're not doing it. Like today I was supposed to go, like today I was supposed to go do something, and I was like, man, I'm tired, I need a nap. I need a nap. Well, that nap ended up being too long.
And you missed it.
And I missed the opportunity to get better because I didn't do what I know I was supposed to do.
So you lied to yourself.
I'm a liar.
And that is a lie, but my other question comes into, well, not to make excuses for your lie, but it's an opportunity to get better if the opportunity can be given or be done again. But if you needed that nap and for you to oversleep, your body needed that rest.
I'm with that.
So you're saying it's going to happen if it's supposed to happen?
But here's the thing.
In a way. But I'm asking this for a reason, because it's like, how do you circumvent that? Because you need your strength in a way. So I'm just asking, how does that
It's quite simple. The answer to that is quite simple. Did I do everything that I was supposed to do prior to needing that nap? So did I go to sleep at 9 o'clock I said I was?
Yeah, okay. See, that's what,
you see what I mean?
Okay,
that led up to you
so
needing a nap. I got you.
It's the cycle.
The reason I'm so tired right now is because maybe I stayed up an hour.
You didn't prepare the night before.
Right? Or I got
preparation.
You know what I mean? So there's always something to this, right? I say I'm going to leave the gym normally at 7 o'clock. I used to leave at 8.
Okay.
I tell myself, no, I'm getting out at 7. Why? Because getting out at 8 did not give me enough time to get home, decompress, eat, cook, clean up, shower, pray, meditate, whatever it was I had to do to get in bed by 9.
Right. I got
Whereas if I take that extra hour to do that, I live 6 minutes down the road. So I can literally get home, shower, eat, I still have an hour to decompress. And that decompress comes in the form of, man, I got to read, I can pray, I can meditate, so that when it's time to wind down, phones go off, ain't no TV happening.
Right.
Right? But what happened if I stayed up watching TV?
Right.
Or a basketball game?
I
didn't do my part. That's why I overslept. Right. So, yeah, I needed that rest, but I didn't need it because I earned it. I needed it because I misused my time prior.
You know who teach that though? It's two coaches that teach that. Bill Belichick and Nick Saban.
And that's why they're successful.
Right, because they believe in discipline, commitment, and integrity, wherever you go.
And see, I believe integrity is the number one thing.
Yeah.
With integrity comes everything else.
Because you representing not just yourself, your family.
Yeah. But
kids.
integrity is just simple. Integrity
that's why
is.
It's not used as often, because it carries so much weight.
Yeah.
And people don't like their responsibility.
And for me, I'm all right with that. And I want that to be my legacy. He was a man of integrity. I have children, and I tell my boys and I tell my daughter as well that, like, listen, the one thing that you don't want to happen is for people to no longer trust you.
Right.
Because the moment that people can't trust you, that means you have nobody on your side.
You have no word.
Right? Your word is nothing.
Right.
You know, we say your word is, like, I don't think people really understand when old school hip hop, I say your word is your bond. Like,
word is bond, kid.
Word is bond.
Word is
like,
bond.
word is bond.
Yeah.
Because your word is your bond. That's all you have.
That's it.
And what I just try to tell people now is, hey, listen, you can make a mistake. The only way to rectify that is moving forward. Everything you do has to be done exactly the way you say it, because that's the only you can lose trust in one moment, one instance, whereas it takes you years to gain it.
Yep.
Correct.
Right. So
Correct.
So work your best at maintaining like doing it. And unfortunately for me, there are times that I have lost people's trust. But the thing is, I still at my core know who I am and what I'm about.
Right.
And therefore I'm okay. I can forgive myself, I can learn about it, and then move on from that and just be like, yo, you know, sir, ma'am, number one, let me apologize to you.
Right.
Own it. There's
Own it.
nothing
That's the first thing.
I
Own
can
it.
say to make this situation better, but I own it. And then moving forward, this is what I am going to do for myself.
Right.
And then if you so happen to want to further a relationship or in business, person, whatever it may be, just understand this is what I plan to do. And I understand it's going to take a moment. But that's the legacy is integrity. And not everybody has that, but I'm okay. I'm not worried about everybody. I'm worried about myself.
So that's beautiful. I know you got to get out of here, and we're going to get you out of here. So Byron, so for the people that don't know Byron, they don't know Misfit Strength, how can they find Misfit Strength? I know you say you was taking a hiatus off of social media, but you got to get back on it for these people to communicate with.
Personally, I am. Personally, I
Misfit
am.
ain't going nowhere.
But our gym has a website. The website itself is misfitstrength.com.
Okay.
On IG, it's misfit_strength. And then personally, mine is Byron.Godfrey, which is my personal IG. Like I said, you may not see me responding to much,
right?
But I got an auto thing that I got that's going to be posting.
Y'all just come over here. What's the address over here?
So, the address, 5302 Cornish Street. Man, we're right over here.
In the Heights, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're part of the Heights, I guess you could say.
Adjacent.
In the Heights. Yeah.
Heights adjacent. I think they call this Cottage Grove is what it's technically called.
That's
it's a new area.
It's been called Cottage Grove. We've just been saying it's the Heights because most people know.
That's what
The
you
old
know.
Houston
That's
people is the
easiest to
Heights.
get
The new
to.
people is Cottage Grove.
Cottage Grove. So it's I-10 and TC Jester is where we're located, man. And we've been here for 8 years.
Okay.
And hopefully we're going to be here for another
18.
18, 20 until I
Till the
pass
wheels
this on
fall
to my
off.
family and you know, Chris and his people.
You got to train that big old godson of yours over there. So,
Lord, that child.
yeah.
So guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys, if you in Houston and you're looking for a place to work out and you have them qualities that we spoke about, integrity, discipline, and not being a liar to yourself, make sure you come over here and meet some of the trainers. If Byron is here, holla at Byron. If he's looking at you mean, he's not mean, he's focused. That's all it is. He is focused, all right?
Lips under that beard. He can't smile.
All right, guys, this is the show. This is your boy, DJ KO.
K Jack is in the building.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Shout out, culturally distinct. Peace.